Hi everyone and welcome. Come and hang around with me in where else but my closet. I'm going to talk to you about how I organize my closet, what I use that I think is extremely instrumental. It's not a professional closet by any stretch of the means, so I don't want you to even think that. It's just me putting together my closet and how I do it to utilize the most space that I can. I'm mostly going to be talking about my hangers that I use. I think they're extremely instrumental and really handy, and also how I try to keep my clothes from getting a wrinkled mess.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am aging gracefully. Today my Tuesday tip is hangers, and specifically this type of hanger, and also a little bit about how I keep my clothes somewhat ironed without ironing them, and what I used. And I'll explain to you how I put my closet together. So first of all, I want to just say a welcome for those of you that are new, and welcome to my returning subscribers. If you choose and you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. So today my Tuesday tip involves some closet organization, a little bit of laundry information, and how I kind of put my closet together. Most of you know that my little filming room is in my master bedroom closet. It is where I have set up my own little station with my vanity, and I had the opportunity to do that when we moved into this house, and I actually like the setup. It's pretty nice. So today I want to talk about two things in particular. These huggy hangers, I call them. They have the kind of, they're not velvet, but it's sort of like a felt lining, and this a downy wrinkle releaser. And I'm going to tell you what I do with these two and why I love them both. First of all, I want to say I did change over the majority of hangers in my entire house. All of my closets, my coat closets, my extra bedroom closets where I also hang clothes, and I switched them over to these. Now, I started doing this several years ago. 6, 7, 8 years ago, when these particular hangers first came out. And I think my first batch, yes, it's right here, I purchased them on QVC, and at that time they were pretty expensive. Now you can get them anywhere. You can get them at Walmart, you can get them at Target, you can get them at Dollar Tree. I have noticed that on some of them they're not as durable, they're a little less firm, and there's issues with this portion of the hanger that does tend to break off. So I do purchase them now. Pretty much I'll get a big batch of them at Sam's, and as of late I really haven't had to make a purchase for new ones because I have plenty. And the reason for that is tip number one: I have adopted the process of, when I purchase an item of clothing, I dispose of an item. So if I buy a new pair of jeans, I will get rid of one clothing item. If I buy a new pair of shoes, I get rid of an old pair of shoes. And that way I can keep better control over my clothes and cut down on just excess buildup that happens a lot in the closet. So the fact that I live in the South and don't wear sweatshirts and things like this very much throughout the year, I have more lightweight tops, t-shirts that I wear mostly around the house, and just lighter clothing. But these have been wonderful, and I know it seems like you're not really going to gain a lot of room, but trust me, you do. And I am going to show you a picture of how I have my clothes hung up, and I'll explain what I do there.
It's pretty simple. I group like things together, colors and prints, and I hang everything on these hangers. I have an assortment of colors and types of hangers, and that just helps me organize what I need to hang in the closet.
These really save a ton of room, And I know some people in the beginning said, I don't like it because I just can't pull my clothing off of the hangers. Well, you shouldn't do that anyways, because it puts a lot of extra wear and tear on your clothing. You should be able to remove your hanger and remove your clothing. And also it's nice because if you have clothing that has skinny straps or spaghetti straps, most of them have these little divots in them, which I like because that's another option of being able to hang up clothes that need that type of hanging. I don't find that I have problems with the clothes falling off of the hangers. And also now you can color coordinate them if you need to. I just buy whatever I feel is a good deal and is on sale. Like I said, I've purchased a few that were a bit cheaper, and I pretty much have had to get rid of them because they've either broken or lost their shape. But like this particular hanger, I think I've had this for at least 8 or 10 years for sure, and I bought a stack of them. Like I said, they were a bit expensive at the time, but now you can get them very reasonably priced. So I think these are great, and these are great when you're also doing your laundry and you don't want items to go into the dryer and you want to hang them because they're shaped so that there's no pokiness coming through the hangers as you find on some of the wire hangers, or even those big plastic hangers. A lot of them have bigger hanger heads, and that takes up a lot of room and space in your closet. I know when I first started doing this, some people said, oh, you're not going to gain much room, but trust me, you do. Plus, your clothes just hang so much better on them, and it really avoids the crease that you get from hangers for your pants. Now, they do have other types of hangers out for pants and things like that, but I find that these are sufficient for me. And when it comes to my husband's clothing with his pants and stuff, I do buy the wooden hangers for his pants because they're better suited for that. So I love these hangers, and I utilize them a lot of times when I don't want my fine sweaters to go into the dryer. Sometimes I put the dryer on a light steam control just to take the dampness out and to get any kind of wrinkle that might be on. These are like some of my finer washable woolite type shirts or sweaters, and I'll run it through the dryer 1 minute or 2 and then hang them, and they hang beautifully. So I love them for space. I love them because they're really good on your clothing, and mostly because I think they're durable and they last a long time, and it makes a lot of sense, especially when you're trying to utilize space in your closets. The next thing that I have found that I really, really like, now I'm a person that I just like my clothes ironed. I like to spend time sometimes ironing my dress clothing that I seem to not be wearing as much, especially this past year. And so I like that crispness that an iron gives. And I actually have a steam iron too for my clothing. I have a handheld and I have a big one. So between the 3 different irons, sometimes I just take a few hours out of the day and for the month or whatever, and I grab a whole bunch of my dress clothing or my summer dresses, especially that I wear around the house, that are t-shirt type material, and I'll just iron them and just make them really crisp, and it feels good, and I can't wear a wrinkled up t-shirt or a wrinkled up pair of pajamas even. I can't. So I'm very careful when I'm doing my laundry. And let me know if you're interested in how I do my laundry, because I'm not one of those laundry people that does laundry in 2 loads, dark and everything else. I really separate my loads, and if you're interested, leave me a comment below. But I find that this is super, super handy. And what I do for these, now you can see I have these shirts hanging there, and they're basically t-shirt type shirts. And so I will put these in the dryer just to get the wet off. But sometimes when they come out, they're still wrinkled. So a lot of times I keep a bottle of this in my laundry room. As soon as they come out, I grab my hanger, I put them on the hanger, and I just spritz them and stretch them out a little, pulling them up and down just a bit, just to pull any crinkles or wrinkles on them. And then I'll hang them on my laundry hanger that I have in my laundry room. And sometimes when I've hung clothes up and I bring them in here and I know, hey, you know what, it's getting warm this week, I know I'm going to be wearing short sleeves or my elbow sleeve shirts, I'll pull them from where I have them hanging in my closet, and there is my closet with my clothes, and I'll spritz them with the Downy Wrinkle Release. And I keep a bottle of it here in my closet, and I just spritz them and I let them just air dry, and I straighten out the wrinkles, shake the garment, and when I go to wear them, they're really good for putting on and running around the house. Because I will tell you, if I have a shirt that got left in the dryer for some reason and gets all wrinkled up, and I think I'm going to put it on because I'm not going anywhere and I'm going to hang around the house, that t-shirt's coming off because it makes me so uncomfortable. I guess I was grown up with a mom who hand ironed everything. She was one of those ones who would even put our jeans and our pants damp in plastic bags in the freezer and then take them out and steam iron them. So I have to have my clothes ironed. And I think that this is a great tip, especially when you're in a hurry. Now, if you have a couple of items that have gotten kind of crunched up and bunched up in your closet just from, going through what you're going to wear, take them, spray them, and throw them in the dryer for just a minute or two. It immediately takes the wrinkles out, and I think this is what really helps that. So I do this all the time, and it's just a great tip. And so I just want to show you, and I'm going to turn here, that these are my clothes that I just did my closet last week and put my winter clothing away and brought out my spring and summer clothing that'll take me all the way up to fall. Now, I do leave a few sweaters hanging in here just in case we get a spell where we're having, just a chilly, cold night, or I can't say we're having cold in the summer, but sometimes just with the rain. And so I've hung a couple of sweaters up, but most of those clothes that are hanging there are all the clothing that I want on hangers. Others are kept in stackables that I just hang all my jeans. And I do try to coordinate things together color-wise. I like to put all of my dark clothes together, and I hang all my summer shifts and dresses all together. And I like to put my flowered type blouses and things like that together, and my t-shirts, because I just think it makes my closet a little more organized and easy for me to go through when I'm getting dressed. So that's my tip for Tuesday. These are great things, and don't feel like you have to run out and go replace every single hanger. It took me a long time to finally do every closet, but I worked on it slowly and surely, and the more hangers that I was able to replace, the old clunky ones, the wire ones, the more I would add this to my budget and go out and make another big purchase. And when I finally got all the closets done, it was really, really nice. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And until my next video, be kind, be humble, and age gracefully. Bye.